Boruto 2 Blue Vortex chapter 14 starts off with him getting interrogated for being the best new gen MC. They can't understand how he can have so much aura, be so powerful, have genius level intellect, and a harem of women after him. After all, he's supposed to be the villain that killed Uzumaki Naruto. But as of this moment, Boruto cannot perform any techniques to escape due to the special handcuffs. Now, although the young lord hasn't shown any smiles and been playing the nonchalant gimmick, in reality he's a big softie inside, asking if his friends are safe and what happened to the enemies. And so Konohamaru gives him a yap session, claiming that everything is fine. Unfortunately, his IQ is too low to make the logical conclusion that everything turned out that way because of Boruto helping in the first place. Meanwhile, we finally get to see Sakura for the first time in the time skip, as she heals Inajin after Himawari uses her new Kurama abilities on him. It gets confirmed that Himawari's healing power is more powerful than you think, matching what Naruto did to heal Kakashi's missing eye, or even saving Guy after using the 8 gates. Essentially, Jura's attacks severs the chakra pathways in a person, destroying nerves like against Sarada. However, Himawari is so strong and above that of a normal Jinchuriki that she's a walking plot armor, hacks, broken ass bullshit. Anyway, as Inajin naps away, Ino looks at her son, probably wondering why he's so goddamn trash. However, the situation in the interrogation room starts getting dire, as Konohamaru starts asking for information on why Sarada and Himawari were targeted. Meanwhile, Ada is spying in on all of this with her Senrigan and is revealing to Damon and Kawaki about what is happening. They think that Boruto is going to snitch, and so Damon starts scaring Kawaki about the repercussions of his actions. However, Kawaki doesn't care, since he still believes that Momoshiki is the main villain of his Hirawa, and states that Boruto is dangerous and needs to be put down. This is actually really bad news. We saw in 2 Blue Vortex chapter 13 that Kashin Koji's prescience foresaw that one of the first major happenings of the worst future was the arrival of Shinki's Shinju, which just so happened to occur, confirming that claw grimes have appeared across the 5 nations, consuming everyone, putting the lives of everyone on Boruto's shoulder to save them. So despite all the efforts Boruto has done so far, they have failed to stop the future that has him dying and the world being consumed. This of course culminates in the destruction of the entire village, as Momoshiki's revival is the missing piece of the puzzle before everything goes to shit. After all, we know Boruto has been self-concerned with letting the Otsutsuki loose, going as far to refuse using his power just to be safe. This is clearly due to a future scenario he and Koji have seen, where Boruto is going to lose control, causing Kawaki to want to kill him, resulting in the flash forward. Now, behind the scenes, Boruto explains to Konohamaru about their enemies that are Shinju with self-awareness. He explains to him that the chakras of those devoured are reflected by these humanoid Shinju, whereas the original human turns into a plant pot, much like Moegi and Sasuke. Moreover, he talks about their end goal, where he states that Matsuri's target is Konohamaru, to which Amado expands that these Shinju want to devour their respective targets to gain a true sense of self and sentience. This is to achieve a status above their instincts of a beast, as animals only operate via their design and instinct. For example, a bird is born with the knowledge to build a nest in their genetic makeup and does just that, much like how the Ten-Tails knows to become a god tree and only that, as its instinct is to devour an Otsutsuki. However, a Shinju would need emotions and knowledge based on experience to create a rationale and their evolution, separating them from mere animals. But this is when Boruto reveals something big that changes the entire storyline of the manga. He states that Jura is the mastermind behind the entire Shinju invasion, and that he's the incarnation of the Ten-Tails itself. Yep, so goodbye to all those theories thinking that he was some Otsutsuki we haven't seen, or even Jigen. However, everything starts making sense. Naruto is linked to all of the tailed beasts from the 4th Great Ninja War and knows all their names, bringing them together, creating loving bonds with them all, practicing ninju. And even in Boruto, we see that he is still the communication hub for them all. That's why Jura being the 10 tails targeting Naruto makes perfect sense. Also, Jura's name is written as 10 demons in Japanese, combining the kanji from Jubi, which is 10 tails, and Shura, which is warring demon. Moreover, he used a snipe attack against Boruto and Sarada, similar to what the 10 tails did in the 4th Great Ninja War. I mean, come on, it was right in front of our very eyes this entire time. But coming back to the chapter, Boruto believes that defeating Jura would save the world from being destroyed. However, Konohamaru finds that hard to believe, so he asks Boruto how he knows all of this incredible amounts of information. Now we know that it's all because of Kashin Koji's prescience, that literally gave him the ability to see multiple possible futures. Boruto, on the other hand, isn't going to give his name up, as he wants Konoha and especially Amado to still believe that Kashin Koji is dead since he can't be trusted. This enrages Konohamaru, and I mean, come on man, what are you gonna do? Pass on your failure aura to me?
Oh shit, here we go again.
Oh, and of course, we've got those old heads in Konoha who give their 2 cents to the matter. I mean, this guy believes that Konoha will be able to beat the Shinju on their own. Like, seriously. No Naruto, no Sasuke, no Boruto, just like whatever's left of them. I mean, we haven't seen the likes of Kakashi, Rock Lee, Kiba. Chino. No, I know what will defeat all these Otsutsuki level creatures. A blue bottle fly. Get out of here, you old fuck.
Nothing new, nothing changed, same old shit.
Does he not remember what they did against Ishiki? Does he not remember what they did in the 4th Great Ninja War? The only reason they're even alive right now is because they had the common sense to dip out the story. Seriously, leave the power scaling before the power scaling leaves you. I'm starting to think that omnipotence made these old motherfuckers even more deluded than they were before. Because, yeah, this right, they start threatening Boruto that whatever he says won't matter because he ain't ever gonna leave that room and will die depending on his answer.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like Boruto is, what, 100 times stronger than any other person in the series right now? Basically, if you've forgotten, all of these threats are meant for Kawaki, but his Pookie Ada came to save his ass. However, Shikamaru sees a flashback of him telling Boruto to take all the blame for now and asks if he's okay with it. But Boruto is him, stating that it was always his intention to become the bad guy for his brother. Remember, in chapter 13, he declared to Kashin Koji and even to Ada and Sasuke that he will end this brotherly quarrel following the footsteps of his goated father Naruto. But this puts Shikamaru in crazy turmoil. The power of omnipotence is deleting his resolve and memories on why exactly he even decided to trust Boruto in the first place. Remember, chapter 7 revealed that even if Boruto reminds someone of omnipotence, their memories reset after some time and they end up forgetting. Shikamaru has come to help Boruto multiple times over, figuring out the truth each time, but eventually the plan always flops. Momoshiki also told us how humanity doesn't even question how many times omnipotence might have been used on them in the past by other Otsutsuki gods. However, this time, Shikamaru does remember and uses logical deduction with his big brain IQ to comprehend what is going on. This makes sense because even Amado, another high IQ individual, knows about things not making sense, such as in chapter 5 when he tells Sumire that a scientist always remembers their own signature and that his was on Kawaki, concluding that his memories have been altered. But regardless, Boruto reveals that Naruto is still alive and safe, all to everybody's shock. And of course, Amado is still just smoking and looking sus, whilst Ada is wirelessly transmitting all of this and revealing it to her Pookie. However, the elders are pissed. They believe this to be a lie. Whereas the funny thing is, Ikemoto transitions to the next panel of Amado, foreshadowing that he is the fox amongst sheep. But Boruto having too much aura has angered Ibiki, and with things getting out of hand, Shikamaru's Discord Nitro has just run out, so he's gotta beg his kitten Ino to renew his subscription so that he can hop on call with Boruto. In spite of this, she's a bit sus of her friend. After all, calling a fugitive is a bit of a big red flag. Nonetheless, he begs her, not as the Hokage, but as a friend. Yeah, but it doesn't work. And to be honest, she just witnessed her son almost die, so it makes sense for someone in her position to no longer want to break the rules. And let's not act like Shikamaru isn't being a touch hypocritical here. When Amado was captured and brought into the village like Boruto after faking to kill his son, Shikamaru went straight to throttle the old geezer, which is probably why he doesn't press Ino further, as he can somewhat understand that her anger is justified. Thus, Boruto's head is slammed into the table by Ibiki.
Who?
But as a wise man once said,
Never start with the head, the victim gets all fuzzy.
now, much like Joker, Boruto has been living in Ibiki's head rent-free for the last 3 years, who admits he's waited all this time to clobber the young lord. But he delivers one of the coldest lines ever, that Boruto wished he had free time like these losers.
He's out of line, but he's right.
This angers Ibiki, who continues to beat his ass up, claiming it's having no effect. This is crazy, as before in the anime, just a tenth of Ibiki's strength with a handshake caused Boruto to squeal like a baby in pain. Thus, Shikamaru calls in Mitsuki to use poison. That being said, Konohamaru gives his opinion like anybody gives a shit.
We're gonna get him out of there. He wasn't never amounting to shit anyway. He couldn't do nothing for our label.
Claiming that Mitsuki wants to kill Boruto, so letting him inside isn't a good idea. What he doesn't realize is that Mitsuki actually wants that D.
I beg your pardon?
Talking of wanting D, Ada explains to Kawaki that Boruto is acting like a real brother, as he's actually protecting Kawaki's position in Konoha as he knows that he's living his dream. Meanwhile, Shikamaru unlocks the door to let Mitsuki in, but also slides him a special code. And despite Konohamaru's warnings, he enters Sage mode and goes straight for the kill. Or does he? Because seriously, get this guy an Oscar already. Not only did he trick Konoha into thinking he was a traitor in the anime when he attacked Boruto on his way to the Cloud Village, but now he's pretending to attack Boruto so that he can use his snake to unlock his handcuffs.
That's why he's the GOAT! The GOAT!
But no true escape plan is complete without a trip to get the drip. Thus, Mitsuki tells his son where his sword and cape are, as Boruto teleports away to get them, explaining that he's more than happy to share information on everything if they handle it properly. That's why he's got no interest in fighting these two NPCs guarding Boruto's belongings. But of course, with the young lord's escape, Shikamaru gets a telling off by the elders. And so whilst he stands alone, pondering what the heck is going on, Sarada and Sumire break in to ask what happened to their boyfriend. However, right as he explains that Boruto dipped from his women, the Kage group chat gets pinged, as Konkuro informs Shikamaru that Gaara got bodied, and so did his son, Shinki. Seriously, okay? At this point, think it's high time that Gaara just retired, bro? Listen, we all love him, yeah, but I think it's time to pick up gardening again, my guy. Not only did Momoshiki body your ass, you let Trashiki escape, and now you've been off-screened by some bum Shinju. Shinki, on the other hand, has been turned into a tree, much like Sasuke, called Ryu, which means grain, as in grain of sand. Yeah, I know, creative. But this is actually really big and bad, because not only is Shinki one of the most overpowered shinobi that a village has ever produced on the level of Boruto, but he also has a very close bond with the young lord. He's one of the only people to have ever witnessed his pure eye after all. Furthermore, like many people, Shinki's character developed greatly after meeting Boruto, as the two shared many parallels. Like him, Shinki is the son of the Kage, but is adopted after Gaara saved him. Thus, Shinki's quest for power is to make his father proud, like Boruto doing everything he can to not tarnish Gaara's name. However, Boruto in his quest to make his father happy did disgrace him by cheating. Moreover, Shinki is a quiet and nervous individual, contrasting Boruto's lively attitude and desire to befriend everyone. In spite of this, after working together, Shinki learned to be more in tune with his emotions, learning to listen to his heart over direct orders at times, much like Boruto, going as far to even refer to him as a friend. However, whilst we all get ready for the worst future, you can enjoy a little bit more peak fiction by clicking this video on your screen right now.